I'm Tricia McWhorter, and I'm reading Christmas Explosion. It's from my memoir entitled My B+ Life. Growing up, my favorite family tradition was Christmas dinner in San Francisco at my godparents' house. Their home was crammed full of extended family, decorations, a huge tree with big colored lights, and a whole miniature village underneath, and endless stacks of gifts. I fondly remember the sounds of laughter, ice clinking in highball glasses, everyone talking at once, and the whir of the big mixer when my godfather made his famous Tom and Jerry's, which were sweet, very sticky, and loaded with brandy. As the evening wore on, and my godfather became increasingly inebriated, he could either become very funny or abruptly turn mean. Everyone did their best to keep him in a good mood. Nevertheless, there always existed a slight undercurrent of danger, since you never knew when an explosion might occur. One year, as we were all sitting around the table finishing dessert, someone asked me if I'd learned anything interesting lately in school. That was easy. We'd just done an experiment in class that I was pretty excited about. I told them I'd learned how an egg was a shape perfectly designed for strength. If you hold an egg in your hand and exert an equal pressure all around the egg shell, even if you squeeze really hard, the egg won't break. Everyone looked dubious. Well, that's how chickens are able to lay eggs without breaking the shells, I explained. We tried it in class, and it really works. It's amazing. Well, let's try it, someone suggested. My godmother got up and fetched a raw egg from the refrigerator. I don't know about this, my mom said, as she carefully placed the egg in the palm of her hand and closed her elegant manicured fingers around it. Then she squeezed as hard as she could while everyone watched. Nothing happened. When she opened her hand, the egg was still there, perfectly intact. See, I said smugly. Let me try it, my godmother's daughter said. She tried. The result was the same. Then everyone wanted to try, and the egg was passed from person to person around the table, always with the same result. I was enjoying all the attention I was getting from my little experiment. My turn, Joe said as the egg was finally passed to him. Joe was the husband of my godmother's daughter. He stood 6'4" and must have weighed close to 300 pounds. Joe worked for a printing company where he operated heavy machinery all day. He held his powerful arm over the table, and the egg looked the size of a jelly bean in his giant paw. It disappeared when he closed his fist and began to squeeze. Nothing happened. We were all impressed. A furrow appeared between his eyes. Joe kept squeezing. Still nothing. He squeezed so hard his hand began to shake. Everyone's eyes were riveted on his meaty, quaking fist. Then came the explosion. Egg flew in all directions. Globules landed on everyone's fancy clothes. Wine goblets were polka-dotted with spatters of egg. Yellow slime dripped from the crystal chandelier overhead. The big mirror at the end of the dining room looked like a Jackson Pollock painting. My godfather sat at the head of the table, stunned. We watched him slide a finger, like one swipe of a windshield wiper, across the lens of his yolk-covered glasses. Everyone stopped breathing. Silently, they all turned and looked at me. I stalled, trying to think fast. I guess I'll just have to tell my teacher that we've discovered Joe here is, I paused, stronger than a chicken. Yay.